Okay, so what we're doing today? What we're doing is we're going to make some dice, or a die. So first of all, we make a frame, and then we make the outsides to go on it. And that's just a basic one, but you can actually go quite jazzy. 1, 6, 2, 4, 5, and then we're making a. And the reason we're making these dice is because the next thing we're going to do is we're going to be making a game that you need a die for. It's a drawing game. So today's episode is about making dice. Okay, so what do we need to do what we're doing today? So a pair of scissors, a pencil. I've got a paintbrush with a sharpened point, but we'll come to that later on. A glue stick, a ruler, some paper, and whatever you decide to colour the sides. So that's obviously just a black pen, whereas that one I've used paint, but you could use felt tip pens, or you could use wax crayons, anything you want. Right, so let's get started. And I always think it's good if you just use your ruler rather than having to measure everything out as your suppose you would call it a jig. So I'm just making strips. And the important thing with these is that they're all the same. So we're going to cut all of these in half. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But why have I done an extra one? And I'll tell you. Because we are going to measure half of the first one. So that's 28 millimeters. So half of 28 is 10 is 14. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And this is so you don't have to measure every single one of these. So I'll go there, and it's 14 again. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 is there. Now, because each one of these is going to have to be folded in half. So if I measure that up to there, those points I've just drawn, and we'll do a little line and a little line, and that's middle of that one. And then we go to the next one. And that's the middle of that one. And so on all the way. We've got all of these, we've got this little line there. So what we need to do is fold them down the middle. Now, as you can see, that's not a very nice fold, is it? Can you see that? Can you see it's it's all a little bit nasty. So why are we not going to do it like that? I've done one. It still works, but it just doesn't look as nice. So what I'm going to do, there's two ways you can do this. You can use a pair of scissors and we score it. And you put your ruler on and we score down. Now the reason I'm not doing it like that is because that's quite sharp, and if you press too hard you can actually cut the paper, and you can also cut your fingers as well as you're trying to do that. So what I'm going to use is a paintbrush, but what I've done, I've sharpened the end with a pencil sharpener. And then we do it in exactly the same way. Put that on there, that on there. Now you can just use an ordinary bit of stick that's sharpened to a point, or a bone folder is the obvious thing to use. But as you can see, you get a lot nicer fold than we got before, look. Can you see? That looks so much better than that one. So I'll show you again. That on there, that on there. And you press quite hard, but obviously not hard enough to break it at the end of the... And then that just folds nice and easily. And you haven't cut the paper. What you've done is you have pushed the paper. Fold it in half. That way. Fold that in half. That way. And then cut them all in half. And fold. Better if you do it on the table. So we've got 12 bits of card, and they've all got a fold down the middle. So I'll go to this camera. So can you see you've got a fold down the middle on all of them. Now, why have we done that? If we're supposed to be making a square, how have we managed? Why are we doing this? And what we do is, this is where we start gluing. Or if you've only got tape, you can tape these up. And we glue those onto there, like that. So here's the glue. A little bit of glue on that end, a little bit of glue on that end. Try not to get it all over your fingers like I just did. So we stick that onto there, get rid of that. We stick that one onto there, like that. Try and get it as square as we can. That's not square at all. There we are. And then put glue on the end of it. So now we have 2 of those and 4 bits left. So what we do is we open it up, we put glue right across both sides there, and we fold that into the corner, if you can see, into the corner, and we stick that in the corner so it sticks upwards. You see? And we do that all the way around. So now we glue these top bits all the way around. We put that over the top of there. So if you can see, we put that inside because we put the glue on the inside, and we glue that onto there. We do the same with that one. And that one wasn't very good luck, so you can just, you've got time to undo that one, get that a little bit better, and then re-stick it. There we are. So what we're left with is an empty square. This is the little piece that was left off the other one. Just fold it in half, cut it in half, And that will stick onto there, look. But obviously, there's 6 sides to a dice, so we need another 4 of those. So I'll get another sheet of paper. Okay, so this is the point where you've got all your squares. Now what you can do with these is you don't just have to put a dot or 6 dots on. You can actually decorate this up as much as you like. But just for now, I'm just going to put 1 dot on so you can see. So we'll go to the top camera again, we'll go back up to that. So I don't know if you actually know this, but the reason I drew them in this fashion, 1 and 6, is because every side on a dice, the opposite side, if you add them together, adds up to 7. So if you put 1 on that side, you have to put 6 on that side. So let's do that. Now, this is the hardest one because it's the last one and you can't put your fingers inside to push it on. So try and get a lot of glue. Liberal, I think, is a good word to use. Liberally put the glue on. Liberally. Can't really say that very well. So and then just pinch the sides all the way around, like this. And if you have a little bit like that was sticking off, just get your glue, put some more glue on and push it down. Here we are. So we have a die. Always remember to put the lid back on your glue stick. So, can you see a little bit sticking off? Just squeeze it down, and then if it doesn't, we haven't got enough glue on. Just put some more glue on there, like that, and then squeeze. And here we have our die. Can I? Number 1. Oh, that didn't roll very well. Number 2. Can I go for number 3? No, it was number 2 again. 4. 6. I was going to say I'm going to keep going until I got 6, so I've got a 6. So that's it. That's how to make a die.